Alright, so I'm doing this. This is my first tutorial video for Apex Legends because I like video games and I play this game a lot, and you know, why not, right? So this tutorial is going to be on Wraith, mainly how to move around the map, like the basics. Nothing in my opinion too advanced. Mainly how to move around the map, how to use ults, you know, how to approach fights, because you're kind of, as Wraith, I like to play like the point. I like to go in first and be kind of reckless, and that's when I do most on my good games. So this fight, just a basic first drop fight, you know, grab up your guns real fast, communicate with your team, ping your enemies, land your shots, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, this is just like basic stuff, so let's get into it.
I need light ammo.
Light ammo here.
One sec, healing up. I need help.
Heavy ammo here.
I need help.
Syringe here.
Thanks. Thank you.
Need to recharge my shields.
Heavy ammo here. I need help.
Syringe here.
Thank you.
Alright, so we've got done looting the boxes. Make sure to be swift with your looting just in case. So I hear a frag grenade or a bomb or something go off, and I hear shootings down the river. So what I like to do is take the zip line up, get a view, a high ground view, and then take the high ground to the river. Don't go straight through the middle to the river, because you never know who's around or who hears the shots too. They might come up on you, and then that won't be good. So I place a portal to get there faster. This is how I like to use my portals, to get from point A to point B faster. A lot of Wraiths don't use their portal for some strange reason. No, I went that way to check the supply bins. That was through the respawn, but your ult is up like pretty swiftly. I think it's like 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. So get all the ults out. Don't be stingy with it. Like, throw them out. But I heard the fight over here, so when you hear a fight, go towards the gunshots. You know, take the high ground, scan the area. That's what I'm doing right now. Taking a lot of time to view the environment, because you never know who's where, how many people are where, and it's good to know that information to head to a fight. So soon enough, we're gonna be cutting to a fight here. Alright, so I hear gunshots over to the right side. Play with headphones so you can know where the gunshots are coming from. If you don't play with headphones, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, whether it's PC or console, because they can hear you, you can hear where they're coming from, right side, left side, far, close, you know, stuff like that. So, I'm about to approach a fight here. I see a lifeline over there. There's a pathfinder right here. I tried to throw some mark stars. Don't do that. It's just me trying to get a lucky stick. Yeah, don't do that though. That's very dangerous. Luckily, I ain't take too much damage. So then I enter the void out there. And whenever you're in a pinch, do not hesitate with your L1. So I'm throwing the frags. I caught the lifeline on the cutoff because he's trying to get to his teammates. So we know that it's 2v3 right now. Aggress. So this is when you want to push or get the lifeline down. I mean the pathfinder down. And then it's 1v3. Very low chance of us losing that. And then boom, there goes the squad down. Easy. Get your stuff. When you're looting, make sure to ping anything that you don't need, just in case your teammates need it. You know, don't be I'm not saying be generous guy and like just ping everything. Take what you need first, then let your teammates get whatever's left. You know, there's 4 loot boxes here, and this is really the best way to get the loot, is to kill people and take what they have, because you can sit around the map and like land on the far edge of the map if you want, and then just like loot every single house. But if once you kill somebody, you're gonna take like a whole area's loot in one person, and that's the best way to do it, is to fight. Like, don't avoid the fights. Don't run from the fights. If you hear the gunshot, to go to them. You see they have a lot of good stuff in the loot boxes. They have 113 heavy ammo rounds. That's like maybe what 3-4 houses worth of ammo. So don't be stingy with the fights. I got a purple backpack. Like it's rare to find those. Shotgun bolts, you know, a whole bunch of ammo. Like, kill people. Go fight. Once you get some decent gear, it's gonna get easier and easier to kill people. It's a pretty snowbally game, especially in the mid game. This is where it's like the mid game, where around like 12 to 8 squads, 12 to 7 squads. A lot of people are running around trying to gather up as much loot as they can for when the circle closes up. So you don't want to be behind on that race. Try and get as much kills as you can now. This is when most kills are gotten, in my opinion. But yeah, we're on to the next fight. So I hear gunshots. I see a straggler. I'm sure he wasn't the one shooting, but his team is probably shooting, and he got caught left behind. Don't be like this guy. It says, you know, it's over for him. Yeah. Oh, he was the last of his squad, so there's that. So we heard the shooting over at what is that, Bridges, I think, over at the top of Bridges. I have an R99 and an EVA 8, and I just used my ult to get to the spot faster, to get to the shooting faster. So I don't have a really viable way to push. So right now I'm just taking cover, helping out my teammates, right? And don't be liberal with the ult. Don't be afraid to ult. Get your teams from one spot to another as fast as you can. Alright, there was I don't know what that guy was thinking. There was a Bangalore ult down, so I rushed it. There's two ways to get away from the Bangalore ult. You can either rush forward before the missiles come down, or you can go to the left or the right. I like to play a little forward on Wraith, so I made the reckless play. I jumped forward. That might not always go your way, but it did this time. Like that, the Bloodhound was caught slipping. You know, got his head chopped up by the R99. And yeah, now we're looting. See, look, our loot is nuts. Like, we have basically everything we need in these loot boxes. Anything else is luxury at this point. I have 3 nades. 3 full nades, 2 full thermites. Yeah, so that's what you want to do. Try and kill as much people as possible. So another squad heard our gunshots, and they're approaching our position. The good thing is we finished them off fast. Finish your fights as fast as possible so that you can be ready for the next squad coming up on you, and you can take them down too. So it's like a mid game, really. This is approaching end game, really, because the squads are getting lower and lower. It's just fights, like singular fights that kind of get merged together, maybe. So we're approaching this fight. I don't really have the guns to do much at this range. Yeah, I tried spraying with the R99, but it's a low chance that I'm going to hit him, and if I do hit him, it's probably going to be like 12 damage, 14 damage. Like, it's not really anything helpful. So what I do is I survey the area, and then I ult to get a better position. Again, ult, try and get the high ground, always the high grounds. You see how much you can see and they can't see? They can't, if they're down there, they cannot see us. See, you gotta kill. That's a good positioning. Positioning is muy importante in this game, and pretty much any multiplayer game that you play. So try and work on the high positioning. I see one from over there. She might see me, but there's not really much you could do. Just because I see somebody doesn't mean I'm gonna shoot at them. Again, I have an R99. Maybe if I had like a Kraber longbow or G7, like I might shoot at them, but it's not really necessary. So this is the next fight. See, this is very fast. It's like 3 fights here and there. I come in from the left. I don't want to group up too close to my teammates. I do a really reckless thing right here, which is expose myself, expose my back when I knew the Pathfinder was there. Don't do that. Try to never expose your back to the team, especially if you know that they're there. But it worked out. My teammates are pretty competent. You're not always gonna get competent teammates unless you squad up with, like, you know, your friends or whatever. But it's just constantly being on the move, pressing forward. As Wraith, you know, use your ults. I didn't really use too much into the voids, only for the and I messed up here. I could have won this if I jumped up instead of running away. I could have won that, but see, I ran away, used my L1 bad, and then I died. There's nothing for me. She knows where I am. She had the time to heal, and just arc starred me to death. But yeah, that's basically it. Really, what you want to do is just keep being aggressive, especially on Wraith. It's the best to press the issue. Yeah, in this game I got a decent amount of damage. I got 995, 8 kills, you know. I had a decent team too. My Octane was popping off, Mirage was doing alright. So but basically that's how you play the map, just to move around, hold as much as you can between fights, or if you're in a fight, make sure there's a little downtime where you can catch the high ground and advance. There is some times where you want to use your ult to retreat, but you know, I didn't really get any of those opportunities in this video. So yeah, that's basically the end of it. Do like, subscribe, comment, you know, watch, and yeah, farewell.